Okay, so in this video I wanted to discuss the use of bodily fluids in magic. Um, I know a lot of people today will say they don't even like they freak out over their own menstrual blood. I mean, they freak out over their own body fluids and everything. And I freak out other people's blood, but nothing really else, unless it like hakalugi yummy or something that's kind of gross. Um, but things like semen and menstrual blood, even other things too, like nail clippings, the caul from a baby, um, hair, everything, anything can be used from the body in folk magic. But a lot of people today, this one videos on bodily fluids though. So semen, feces, menstrual blood, regular blood, and then any sort of vaginal fluids as well. And I guess you could even put in breast milk, but I haven't really seen any spells for that. But I'm sure you creative pagans out there could think of something. Even spit, urine, all those things are used in folk magic. But a lot of times now people are disgusted by them. But then if they when they read about them in magic, they're like, oh, that's disgusting, that's foul. Why would I put my menstrual blood in that? Oh, why would I do it? My urine in a floor wash and clean my house with it. But if you study why these bodily fluids are connected to different things, then you understand them better and you understand why they were used and the power that they have. Not so much with feces. I can't really see me ever working with that. That actually does kind of gross me out. But menstrual blood and other things, urine, doesn't bother me. That's not saying that I use them regularly in my work or anything, but when I talk to people about different sort of spell work, I do mention them. In floor washes, I say maybe you should add a little bit of your urine to your floor wash to for various purposes. And menstrual blood too. Um, I like that I did menstrual blood because like it's supposed to be used. Usually, it's used in like in love spells of sorts. If your man is straying, or if you want somebody to love you, you would feed them some of your menstrual blood unknowingly in their food. But I've heard people talk about bleeding into a tampon or a pad and then keeping it dried up so they can use it when they're not on their period. But some people will say that even though it is blood from your body in a sense, that it's dead blood and that it doesn't really have a lasting effect. I don't know what my view on that because I see that it has a lot of different, what is it? I have the word in my head. But anyway, so to bring the blood back to life, they take the tampon or the pad, and they put it in water or in some other like a floor wash or something of that nature, or in the drink like coffee or something. You dip your tampon in there and feed it to um, your lover or your husband or somebody you want to keep with you or somebody you want to bring to you. But it doesn't last long. You have to keep reusing it. You have to keep feeding it to them after a while, because as it goes through your body, it releases it. It doesn't stay there. I mean, the energy sort of stays there for a little bit, but it weakens. You have to keep feeding it. And then, what else? So, for the same thing for men with their semen, you can kind of connect it to the same things as menstrual blood. And for women who don't have their period anymore, who have had like a hysterectomy or past the age where they have their periods or have issues with their periods, you can use vaginal fluids. You can masturbate and use any fluids from that in your spell work for the same purpose as menstrual blood. Um, there are other ways of storing those menstrual blood and everything too, like in a vial or something, but then you have to feed it or do something to make it alive again. Fresh is always better. That sounds weird, talking about menstrual blood, semen, and vaginal fluids. Um, I hate when I lose my train of thought, or I dislike when I lose my train of thought. Um, so with menstrual blood and the vaginal fluid, you can use in love spells. You can feed it to somebody, or you can also use it to anoint like a candle or some sort of thing on your altar. Like say you have a statue or a doll or something, you can use it for love spells, for seduction spells, for something to bring people together as a binding spell. And yeah, I guess the same thing could be said for semen as well. So works both ways. Urine uses a floor wash. You use a little in your floor wash because I think it's putting your energy into everything and your control over something. And then there's differing opinions on it, so you don't have to take my word for it. You can also use urine in love spells. You can still feed it to your partner or whatever, hidden, of course. You're not just going to hand them a big old cup full of your warm urine. um, or they talk about in gambling, where a man will have like a lucky mojo bag of sorts. Their lover, which is a woman lover. I'm not sure if it works, or I'm sure it does, but I haven't seen it mentioned for homosexual couples. But I don't see why not. Um, there's no rule against it or anything. Um, to a woman, his woman lover would pee on the mojo bag and sort of feed it in a sense, and give him luck. So urine is used for love and gambling, and yeah, I'm sure you could use if you're a woman, use breast milk sort of as a controlling thing too, because and maybe like a nourishing or abundant spell or something of that nature. It's coming from your body, and it's something that you use to feed your child with. And I think I've covered all those different points. There's plenty of other things you could find, I'm sure, and I'm sure you're all creative and can think of other things to use for them. I just know that with menstrual blood, it's usually Italian, I forget where in Italy, I think it's Sicily, and then in Africa, that's where the origins of that came from, using the blood in coffee and feeding it to their lover. Um, so yeah, if you're trying to piss somebody off by peeing in their cup or something, don't do it, because it might just be your work against, not in your favor, but making them love you. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything about this, or your experiences, maybe I'm always asking for experiences in these videos because I want to learn more from other people and I want to share more for other people as well. Let me know, and thank you for watching. I forgot one thing. Um, one of the things that's kind of scary with the use of bodily fluids and why people don't use them is because of different sexually transmitted diseases. If you have something like that, if you're unsure you have something like that, you haven't been tested, I would never, ever, ever suggest you use them on somebody else. Okay, and then with sex magic too, if you're using these sort of things during sex magic of any sort, like HooDoo related sex magic or sexual spirituality, please get tested. Please be safe always. You don't have to use these sort of fluids or anything for love spells. They're not required. You can use something else. Okay, just making that clear, because I know in this world it's pretty scary, and things I hear, the um, statistics on sexually transmitted diseases and things of that nature. So please be safe, and thank you again for watching my video.